Alright, good morning. Friday, payday. What we got going on today? I figured I'll show you guys how to do a track. It's how you install a track on a skid loader. This one's done. Mind you, it's 11 degrees outside. Woo. We worked on race cars all day yesterday, got nowhere, ran out of parts. So today it's what we gotta do to make money. Natural nor'easter coming in this weekend, and we need another skid loader. We ain't rich, but this is how we make money. We're moving foot if we gotta work for a living. These things are about 450 pounds a week. Hopefully we can get this thing on in about 10 minutes. So guys, this might take 2 hours. Especially when the rubber's like -5 degrees. Woo! Rolling main bearings the next Tuesday. We didn't have everything we needed. This shit's done. So guys, that might have bored you, but that's how you put a track on a skid loader. Now all we gotta do is pump the grease up, lower it down, get them to they have about 1 inch deflection with 200 pounds, and you send it. They stretch out a little bit, and then you retension them. So that's 2 tracks on and on and off in under 35 minutes. That's the way it should be done. Now years ago on the old cat AV, was it AV machines? I can't remember with that shitty Kevlar undercarriage. Man, you had to have this tool. It's like a $500 or $600 tool to ratchet the undercarriage back, take the tension off, and we sit back with ratchet shafts. It takes us half a day to put traction on. It's miserable, especially when you didn't have the tool. So that's what we got going on a Friday. Taking plows on trucks, plow on this truck we just fixed, plow on that truck. There's another truck over here we gotta put a plow on. We took off to do firewood deliveries. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. It's cold to make money. Sucks. Really sucks. We got an axle and a wheel bearing to put on the truck. It's in the shop right here. Load skid loaders back up. Load this skid loader, load that skid loader. The Freightliner and wheel loader are still down Southwest, so that's what we got, man. It's just another day at C2 and running with the Rankins. All right, you gonna grease that too? You guys have a good weekend. Yeah, Wayne, I guess a lot of people can relate, man. It's what we got to do, bro. This is how we make our cheddar, man. Definitely a working racer, buddy. Yeah, truck parts are super expensive. I think these tracks were like $3,600 plus delivery. They used to be $2,000 15 years ago. Pre-COVID, they were like $2,500 delivered, and then like back in like 2010, they were like $2,000, $1,000 a track. Now they're $1,600, $1,700 a track. It's crazy. And we put 500 to 1,500 hours on a skid loader a year, so they'll go through a set of tracks that quickly. But all right, guys, well, make sure you guys follow us on our YouTube. Brad is be doing a lot of posting to new stuff to our YouTube. I think we're gonna change the name up from Chris Rankin Racing to Running with the Rankins, guys, because you know what, I'm gonna show you guys shit like this. I'm gonna show you guys stuff about home life, what we do with wrestling, what we do in the shop, what we do with motocrossing, just because it's more fun. I like sharing all this stuff. It's not always about racing, it's about what gets us to the racetrack and what we do outside of the racetrack to keep our lives and families happy in between. Get my wife on there, my pretty wife. She deserves out there to be giving some thanks to, because she allows all this shit to happen. She hates on me every day that I do this stuff to spend money. I told her I was putting vinyl on the Street Conquest tonight. I said, it'll be like 50 bucks, maybe 75, maybe even 100, I don't know. But she's like, you don't have the money for that. Just yelling at me, just telling me like, it's winter time. Don't spend money on shit you don't need to spend money on. Milk and eggs, milk and eggs.
Milk and eggs?
No. We don't even really buy milk and eggs. That's what my mom used to say when I was younger. That's how you do it. Billy said, I'm his crew chief, came down to help him today, right, B?
Yep.
Billy came down to race carded with us yesterday, though. He's not normally in the race car shop. If this man right here was racing with us, though, I promise you, we would have a lot of less broken shit. He's just very observant. This guy right here is super observant. Although Jake pulled off an observant one yesterday, we pulled X2 apart for a broken valve, and Jake's under the motor as we're cranking it over with a wrench. He's like, hey, we got a bigger problem there, Chris. I'm like, what's that? He's like, we got bent rod number 8. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, you just pulled a Billy. Good or bad, he fucking found a bent rod that we had to fix. So we had a bent pin, had to order a pin from Alan Johnson Performance Engineering out of California, so we won't have that till next week. So X2 is just sitting there all apart until next week. But I'm at work today helping these guys out. They helped me yesterday. Now I'm helping them. You guys have a good weekend. Stay warm. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube. That's all I can say. Trying to build that page up some because we've been slacking on it. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. Stay warm. Bye-bye. I mean it this time. Bye.